What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Don't Breathe 2, the sequel that's directed by, this time, Rodo Sayagues. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video or any other video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below on any video that you watch, including this one. So Don't Breathe 2 is the unnecessary sequel to the original, somewhat decent, very successful first film that stars Stephen Lang as Norman, or as we call him, the blind man, and it's about 8 years later and he has a daughter. Now, how he has a daughter, I don't know, because it didn't really work out too well for him in the first film. As we know, turkey basters, I'll leave it at that. And so, for some reason, he has a daughter, his dog is in this movie, and they are attacked by a group of individuals led by a guy who is played by Charles Sexton III, which, if you've seen Empire Records, you'll recognize him, and I'll show his picture. And so, as they are unprepared, the blind man is a military vet, but he is very good at his hearing. He's very good at knowing where people are at, and he's also blind, which makes it even more interesting. And so they kidnap the daughter, and he goes on a rampage to get her back. And it leads to revelations. It leads to a very lackluster idea, and it leads to some really stupid concepts. So as you can see, I didn't like this movie very much. With that said, I didn't think this movie needed a sequel. I thought it was perfect just the way it was. The idea of bringing Stephen Lang back is fine because he is a very likable actor. He is, was pretty decent at Avatar. He has this resurgence career going on right now. But this movie is everything that is wrong with a sequel. There is no need for it. It has some of the most stupid plot points and revelations I've ever seen in my entire life. The fact that this guy has a daughter makes absolutely no sense until you find out why he has a daughter. And these villains or bad guys are just kind of tropes. They really are. They're just not well made. They're not well presented. The main leader, like I said, played by Charles Sexton III, has a reason for why he's doing the things he does, but there's no real logical reason behind it. And the other really crazy thing is this is written and directed by Rodo Sayagues, who of course wrote the first film with Fede Alvarez, and Fede Alvarez, of course, the writer on this film. But as we can see, Hollywood, Sony, Screen Gems, or whoever made this film really wanted a sequel because the last one was pretty successful. And I just found nothing redeeming about this movie. I almost want to do a spoiler review of this movie just for the simple fact I want to go on a rampage or a rant of how bad this movie is when it comes to structure and storytelling. Where this movie leads off makes no sense. The idea behind what the daughter wants and how she wants to live doesn't make any sense. And just the concept of trying to make the blind man, who was a very despicable character, even though you thought he was a good guy, into a hero in this movie doesn't make any sense. The guy has a bad past and the stuff he did, and you're trying to make me feel for him in some aspect. It's like trying to rewrite, a really good classic movie into a darker, strange, out of this world situation. And yeah, it's really bad. Even Stephen Lang just doesn't feel like he doesn't even want to be in this movie. It just feels like a haphazard attempt to gain money from the audience. Of course, I paid for it, so obviously it worked. And in the end, it's just a terrible movie. It really is. Everybody in this movie is terrible. The situations are awful. And I felt nothing after this movie. I really did. I felt like it was a piece of waste of my time from directors and writers who are actually pretty competent in their own right. Fede Alvarez is one of the best horror directors working today. And, him and his writing partner, Rodo Sayagues, is, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with this film because it's just absolute garbage. So, it's pretty bad. One of the worst films I've seen this year, and I'll leave it at that. If you guys want a spoiler review out of this, I'll give it to you, but just know going in that there's nothing good about this movie. The violence is just disgusting, and it has no redeeming qualities. So with that said, that is going to be my take on Don't Breathe 2. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below, did you see this movie? Did you actually like it? If you did, that's perfectly alright. Let me know why. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.